Well, hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've been live with you guys, and we promised you guys that we would go live this week, so here we are. A little late. Wasn't feeling up to it Wednesday. Wednesday was just a crazy day of the 4th, where everyone put their phones outside. Like, everyone that we talked to has put their phones outside that day for when the EBS went off, and the EBS went off. But what's funny is that when the EBS went off, my phone went off, and then I started crying. That was really interesting. Very interesting.
Morning, Ashley. And great morning to you too. Can you guys share? Let the rest of the HVU family know that we're live with an update. So it feels good to be with you guys. It feels good. It's been a while, and going through this journey and trying to schedule an update like we did is like herding cats. Because when one feels good, the other one, nah, I'm not up to it. And then okay, let's plan it tomorrow. And then neither of us gets any sleep. And it's like, what the heck? So, we got some nice reminders this morning. Hey, did we miss the update? Oh, so I say, hey, kid, we're getting reminders. He goes,
we need to go live. We keep pushing it off.
Yeah. So, we were both up to it. So here we are.
So, update about me. Went to the doctor's the other day and got a CAT scan done for the first time in a couple months. And this is the very first time since
the beginning of our journey.
The beginning of our journey of this that we actually are seeing improvement in my lungs now. So it's like, yes. By the way, I did stop my fasting, and I'm back on carbohydrates and stuff like that because I've come to find out that my body type does better on carbohydrates than it does meat and vegetables. So I am back on carbohydrates and some meats. Don't eat meat all the time, but I'm on some meats. And I'm doing a whole lot better.
Whatever makes your body feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I looked like I was...
Concentration camp, right?
Concentration
camp rescue.
Like, I looked horrible, you guys. I was starting to look really sickly, like really bad.
So some of our favorite characters are Equalizer and oh man, I see faces, but I don't remember names. There's actually a few. What's his name? The transporter, that guy? Jason.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really gorgeous. I don't remember his name. Jason something.
Stanton. I think his name is Jason Stanton. And there's several others. And anyways, we gathered them up and we went and rescued him from a concentration camp. Started to feed him. He was too skinny.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad.
So the stars began to show you something really interesting about the vibration of love.
Oh, yes. So they were showing me the different frequencies. And what's funny is that they pushed me towards a TikTok and showed me this TikTok of this woman. I think it was a woman. A woman. Yeah, so it's not our information, but it was information that was given us through TikTok, that the vibration of love is not the highest vibration or highest frequency that's out there. And what's funny is that they've actually done a study and measured the frequency and measured the vibration of love, which they've come to find that love is not the highest vibration and frequency, it's authenticity. Authenticity, it's 4,000 times stronger and higher in frequency and vibration than love is.
And hasn't that been hid from us?
And what's funny is that when you are authentic, you're automatically already showing the love to other people. Mm-hmm. Because you're not hiding face. You're being true to yourself. You're being true to all those that are around you, which is why we've created this family, which is why Candi and I are so authentic with you guys, is because we've already known that subconsciously without actually knowing it. But now the information has finally come out for us to actually know that it's true, that authenticity is a higher frequency and higher vibration than love will ever be. But being that authentic, you have to go through love to get to authenticity, though. So don't think that you're not loving somebody when you're being authentic. You're not loving yourself when you're being authentic. You actually are, because you have to go through the frequency and the vibration of love to get to that authenticity.
You know, this whole journey is learning to trust yourself. And when I look back and I see the decisions that we've made, well, some of them were just shitty, but some of them were really good. You know, like when we talked about the importance of, if shit comes up between us,
we deal with it right there.
We deal with it right there. And there were several reasons why we did that.
We also do that at stores and restaurants. Candi and I get into our little tiffs in front of people, and we're just like, who cares? And we just deal with it right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and the reason, several reasons for that. One is it's helping other people learn how to maneuver through relationships and the conflicts that come up, and recognizing within ourselves what's going on, so that we're not blaming someone else for our hurt feelings. Mm-hmm. Our hurt feelings is something we have to deal with. And so the other is being authentic with ourselves.
Not hiding face.
Yeah.
Meaning putting on a mask. Meaning being somebody that you're not.
Aren't we so tired of all the hidden truths and the lies and the manipulations? Yeah. So it's really important. There was a lesson I learned early on in my marriage. My husband and I fought a lot. You know, we were very young, and immature, and very damaged emotionally. And he was yelling at me in the parking lot, and I deserved it, you know. I had pushed his buttons. But I began to feel embarrassed, and then my team said to me, look around. And so I started to look around, and people had stopped and were watching us, and the team said, who are they looking at? And I recognized that they were all watching my husband yell. And I went, oh. So we tend to feel embarrassed because someone's abusing us. or responding bad to us. And it's not us at all. So that was a really important lesson early on. Boy, I had some doozy lessons that I was taught. Got me to this place.
Yeah. And as you guys can see, I'm completely off of my oxygen right now, and I'm doing really wonderful. It's actually doing really great. I kept the oxygen on just in case.
When you were walking up the stairs?
Uh-huh.
What did that feel like? Your lungs? Any hardship right there?
Just a little bit of hard breathing when I got up. But nothing that really upset the lungs. But what's funny is that it was 3 weeks ago I did that procedure, right? From Barbara O'Neill.
Oh, yeah.
So it was 3 weeks ago. Candi here was like, guys, I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit. You need to send something my way. I'm tired of everything and everyone just doing this and it's not working. What do I need to do? And then our friend Debbie told Candi, you need to watch this. You need to watch this Barbara O'Neill. And it was a 5-part series.
I think 7, actually. 7-part, but it doesn't matter.
I
Go
only
on.
watched 5, but it doesn't matter. That's small stuff. A part series of Barbara O'Neill walking us through the steps on how to alkaline the body through sodium bicarbonate lemon wraps. And what's funny is that when we did
You're starting
that,
to sound like a burrito.
huh?
You're starting to sound like a burrito, a wrap.
Oh. When we did that, you just made my mind go to the nasty area.
That's good news. You haven't been able to do that in a long time. You've been too sick to go think nasty.
It's just so bad. That burrito. Just call it Mr. Eggplant. So we did the sodium bicarbonate wrap for 3 days, and it was right after that, the first day we did the wrap for 1 hour, and I started to breathe better. Oh my God, I started to breathe better. It's like, for some reason, it's just gotten to the point to where I couldn't breathe. And when we did that wrap, it's like it just drew out all of the poisons and everything that we've been doing for my body, and we've just been going uphill ever since.
I wonder if if it affected the CO2 also, any trapped CO2.
Probably. But it was right after that I saw another Barbara O'Neill video where she was talking about, where somebody asked her a question about the, what was that chamber called? The
Hyperbaric.
The hyperbaric chamber.
Mm-hmm.
The hyperbaric chamber that's good for cancer patients, right? And she was like, no. And you guys remember me trying to get a session with the hyperbaric chamber. Now, I was protected from doing the hyperbaric chamber because the hyperbaric chamber, when you're in that chamber, it pushes the air, makes it like the high pressure air, right? Well, what happens, Barbara O'Neill is saying this, what happens with that is that when it goes into the body and into the cells, it takes everything that is outside of the cells and pushes it deep into the cell. And what is a cancer cell? A cancer cell is a cell that attaches itself on the outside of a cell, especially the type of cancer that I have, the Kaposi sarcoma, which is the blood cancer. So it covers the cell in kind of like a, what do you call that? A film. And if I went into that hyperbaric chamber, it would have taken that cancer cell and pushed it deeper into the cells to give it a, what do you call that? A hiding place. A place to where it can manifest or, what do you call that? Not manipulate, but mutate into something else. And that's why she said, if you are dealing with cancer, do not do the hyperbaric chamber. But that's what the sodium bicarbonate wraps are for, is because it draws out those poisons. It goes into the cell and it makes you, what do you call that? Alkaline. It makes you alkaline. So it brings your body to an alkaline state while drawing out all these toxins and poisons and whatever else that's in the body, which is why I've been going nothing but uphill from now. Ooh, I talked a lot. I haven't talked this much in a long time.
We do too. We love Barbara O'Neill. Yeah. She's a gift at this very perfect time because we are moving into healing now, and she's giving a lot of truths that we didn't know, and a lot of truths that have been hidden from us. And so anytime there's a Barbara O'Neill TikTok or video, man, I'm watching it, and I'm so
Me too.
and I'm so grateful they're short because my attention span is that of a mouse. Jeez.
So I'm thinking of doing another wrap this coming week. And I was wondering, did you guys want us to go live and show you how we do these wraps? Because it'll also help you as well. Because even if you don't have cancer, and if you're not sick, and you just want to get all these toxins and poisons out of your body, it's a good way to do it. But you will need, what do you call that? You will need somebody to help you out with it. Because it's a two-person job.
She's had to go into hiding.
She had to. Barbara O'Neill.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading. That's what Jean is saying. I thought all of that was hopefully over. There's
still some bad juju stuff going on. Because they did just kick Nancy Pelosi out. So we're starting to see a lot.
Oh, that is such good news.
A lot of information. I am so glad that McCarthy was kicked off the team because he has been making nothing but promises, and these promises he's not been keeping. But he did get us onto the right track, which is good. But the guy that actually stood up and is now what do you call that? The temporary Speaker of the House was like, Nancy Pelosi, you have until next Wednesday to get your shit and get out. I'm like, yay!
I don't know if it was a TikTok or an article, but they were saying that Nancy threw a big temper tantrum after that.
Mm-hmm. And then I saw the video where she was actually talking about it, and I sent it to you. She complained like a little girl, like when somebody shat on her desk. Somebody shat on my desk.
Best news ever. Mm-hmm.
So much news, so much stuff is starting to come out now, and it was right after the emergency broadcast system is when most of the information started coming out.
So there is let me find it.
We were all expecting to see zombies or some sort of sickness or something happen right during the emergency broadcast system or the day after, but the only thing that we have come across is a lot of people went, what do you call that? Emotional. Very emotional that day. because I started crying. My sister got sick. You got sick too, right? You didn't feel good that day.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of other people got sick that we know of. Diane, she didn't feel good. Yeah, there's so much stuff that went on that day, but it I believe that right before the EBS went off, we jumped a timeline. We jumped into a new timeline of, what do you call that? Higher frequency and higher vibration. Where we're no longer, or a different parallel universe actually. The parallel universe where everything is starting to fix itself. That's what I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have felt some shifts happening. And I was just telling Diane last night, I said that there's something that has shifted, something that's happened, and it's like my body doesn't want to eat, but it needs to. It's not happy with anything right now. And so there's that happening, and I can't make heads or tails of it or understand what's happening. So there's a link that I just posted. Bo Polney, I think I spelled his name right, on Nino's Corner. And Bo, what he does is from the time Jesus was crucified to the next event, there's numbers. And from that to the next event, there's numbers. And he is very, very good. He's been shown that you can know by scripture and by the numbers when things are happening. And so in this video, he's talking about what's going to be happening from now to the end of the year. And it's really, really good. And he's also saying that now is, if you haven't already bought silver and gold, now is a really good time to do so.
Yeah, because so much stuff is going to be happening right now. It's just crazy. It is just crazy.
Yeah. So we had Sally K. Norton on our show last Wednesday, and she wrote the book Toxic Something. And she's talking about oxalates and what foods they are in. And oxalates are like a self-defense that the fruits and vegetables have that are poisoning our body and hurting it. It's if you think about kidney stones and how they are made of like crystals, that's what these oxalates are. And they go in and they cause the inflammation, and they cause all sorts of problems. Anyways, what she describes, the symptoms of these oxalates, I can see happening in my body. And I remember telling you, after eating salad and my gut blew up, I didn't understand why. I mean, it was healthy food, right? So I'm at a place where I'm confused and I don't know which direction to go, because let's say the red onions are keto safe and yellow onions have more sugars, so it's not so keto friendly. But yellow onions are low oxalates, and red onions are higher oxalates. And I was telling Diane yesterday, I said, so one's good for diabetes and the other one isn't, and the other one, the opposite, is good for the oxalate, having low oxalates, and the other one isn't. And this is like for many of the foods. And so I'm at a place where I need to relearn something new that's being brought to our attention.
Well, we all need to learn that because you were just shown a video how this man was able to heal himself from cancer being on meat, the meat diet. And we already know of the vegetable diet, but I'm healing myself while being on the carbohydrate diet. Well, not really diet, you could say, but more of the, the consumption of.
Yeah, so I think truths are still coming out about all that stuff. It's let's circle back, girl. Let's bring it back to what Kid said in the beginning of when we went live, when he was talking about authenticity being a higher vibration than love, right? Well, I haven't heard that anywhere else. Have you? You know, that's just new coming out. And so oxalates, I don't know how long that's been around, but that certainly has just recently landed on my timeline awareness. Beth says she's confused too. I mean, so we've got to figure this out, and there is an answer, and it is going to reveal itself, but in the meantime, I feel like I'm in limbo about what to eat, where to eat, why to eat, because frankly, I'm tired of feeling like shit.
Well, I don't feel crappy when I have carbohydrates, cookies, cake, sugars, pizza. I actually thrive off of that.
Lucky you.
But when I eat like vegetables and too much meat, and I just like, I feel sick. I feel like something's just wrong. So we have to find what works for our bodies. And I found that the carbohydrates works for me. Oh, another thing that I want to touch base upon, the what do you call that?
Tapping a pen? Flicking?
Stop that. The attraction process.
Oh.
You know how... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You know how you say the affirmations, I am love, I am this, I attract this into my experience? Well, that stuff doesn't work for me. And I've come to find what does. You guys remember the story of how I talked bad about our cars, our van and our truck, and then a few months later it just disappears? It leaves our experience? Well, I'm doing that with all the negative stuff. Instead of saying, I love you, cancer, get out of my body type stuff, I'm now playing, what do you call that? The reverse psychology with it. And I am saying, I hate you, cancer. I want you to leave my body, cancer. Cancer, you are not allowed to be here. Get out. Everything that I said about our van, or everything that I've said about our truck, I've been saying it about that, and it's actually been working for me.
Well, you were explaining how, remember when the crystalline tree grew for me? His tree was shadow.
The shadow tree.
Yeah, and he works in the shadows. And so this is something new that we're learning.
That we're not all light beings. We're actually, quite a few of us are shadow beings too.
Yeah, and that's a positive thing. you know, that's interesting. That mind blown. So many things are mind blowing. So, Jean says, "Have you seen the book called The Body Code by Bradley Nelson?" Maybe, Dr. Bradley Nelson. How your body can heal itself using muscle testing. I agree, Candi. I try to eat healthy, but I'm not feeling any better. That's what I say about bad spirits. They leave. Yeah. Well, we'll keep bringing our truths to you as we discover them, and we want you to share with us too, because we got to figure this shit out.
Yeah, because think about it.
It's coming.
If you feel like it's not working when somebody says, bring the light into the crown of your chakra and just fill you up with light and you should feel better, and you don't, you're not a light being. You're like me. You're a shadow being. And what's a shadow being? A shadow being is the connector. It's the knowing everything is connected as one. Being a light being is being a light bearer of showing the way. I'm not a way shower. I am a connector. I am a person of information. Jason's a shadow being.
That makes sense.
Us that work in the shadows, think about it. In the light brings the, like when you go outside during the day, you could see the shadows, but they're not connected. But what if you go out at nighttime?
All the shadows become one.
All the shadows become one.
Oh, wow.
And when you're outside during the day and you look at your shadow, what do you see? When my stars asked me that question, when you look at your shadow, what do you see? The first thing that came to my mind was, I don't see any imperfections. It's perfect. You don't see the fat. You don't see the skin, the lesions on the skin. You don't see anything like that because it's perfect.
You don't see bad breath?
You don't see anything but perfection. And that's what the shadow is. It's all about seeing and knowing and having the information of that perfection. And do that test. Bring light into your body. And if it doesn't work for you, if you don't feel that connection, fill yourself up with the shadow. See if that brings you to the place of connection. See if that helps you. Because it's helped me to know I'm not a light being. I can't bring light into my body. I'm like, Candi, Mom, I don't deal with the light. All these healers and everyone and all our friends are like, bring light into your body. It makes me angry. It makes me feel like I can't do it.
Yeah, and it didn't help you when you were at your sickest.
It actually hurt me. I started feeling pain, and I didn't know why. But now I do. I don't use light. I'm a shadow person.
So that brings to mind that we're all on this path to learn how to do this, how to help other people, how to heal your friend while you're on the phone, so long distance healing, right? And we're like, oh, that's a good concept. What they do, and or you go to a conference and you learn a type of healing, and you're like, that's a good concept too, and so you want to apply it, right? But do we take the time, like Kid does, to just ask our team, how do I apply this? Should I apply it? Is this person the right person to receive this? And that brings up another question that should be asked, which is what they're going through, is it contractual? Because if it's contractual, then you shouldn't be meddling in it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of beings out there that are star beings. And then you have, what do you call them? You have the demigods, the lesser gods, the higher god, or the gods, and then the higher gods also that deal with both negativity, positivity, and neutrality. That also deal with the light, the shadow, and the dark. It's different. Shadow is not dark energy. We think of our shadow self as dark energy. It is dark and shadow are two totally different things. Just because darkness is part of shadow, like it looks like a shadow, it's not. Darkness is of the negative energy. Shadow is our shadow work, is our shadow selves. It's perfection in all that is. It's connection to everything and everyone. It is everything that is who you are meant to be, along with being with the light bearers, the light ones. She's a light bearer. She's a light one. A lot of you are light bearers, but a lot of you are also shadow, like me, the shadow being. Stargate pyramid.
So a couple people have asked me how I maneuver through this whole situation and remain as calm as I have. And lately, just want to give you an update on that. Lately, as he's getting better, my body is now starting to relax, and I'm finding stiff neck and stiff shoulders and a lot of pain that I didn't know I was carrying, all that weight, all that stress. And so there's trauma healing that's happening with me. And I get overwhelmed easily. Do some crying, do some yelling. And it feels like what wasn't a lot of work before, our animals and the household and everything that we have to take care of is a lot right now. And that's comes and goes, like this. So there are moments it doesn't feel so heavy and moments that it really does. And I've been needing a lot of sleep. So, just an update on that. I'm really grateful he's doing so much better. I mean, look at that. It's so beautiful to see. It's so beautiful.
Well, this was also a very big training regimen for us, too.
Oh, yeah, go over that, what we've learned.
I didn't know that I was giving up on life. I did not know that I was subconsciously giving up. And that's what brought upon this Kaposi sarcoma, is because I was in the process of giving up. And I've come to the realization that I'm not ready to leave. I'm not ready to leave this world just yet, because I got a lot of things I gotta do. There is a lot of stuff for me to do with our family. You guys, our family. And Candi's was a big one of always seeing and connecting to and attaching ourselves to the, what do you call that? Seeing the worsen things.
The worst case scenario?
The worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Immediately, I feel it in my head. And there are times I catch it and other times I don't. Mm-hmm.
And we had a talk the other night, it was like, what, 4, maybe 5 weeks ago, when she said, "You're giving up." Do you want me to help you? Do you want me to just step back and let you kill yourself?
So I'm not prolonging
because
it.
I was going back to eating the carbohydrates, eating meat, eating everything that I wanted to eat.
3 dozen donuts in 2 weeks? Yeah.
Less than a week.
Less than a week. I was a little concerned. Yeah.
I went on a donut binge, you guys. A really big, bad donut binge. It's like 4 donuts every day.
I'm telling you, you know, one of the biggest things, the biggest challenges that I have had, one of the biggest challenges I have had is learning not to interfere in someone's decisions, you know, and telling them how they need to live their life. My God, I was just a little overbearing with that. Just something I had to learn.
So when she said that, I'm like, okay. Ow! Ow! Ah! If I was truly giving up on myself, if I was truly giving up on leaving this world, on being here, on everything, then one, I would not be doing the vegetable shots with you. I would have completely stopped that. I would have completely stopped doing any type of regimen that I'm on, because I'm still on, what do you call that? The parasite cleanse. I am a few days on, few days off, few days on, few days off, and I'm still on that cleanse. I am taking the Numi Swish. Well, not the Swish, but more like the Numi Skin. She sprays it on my back and puts the, what do you call that? The ASEA, the REDOX ASEA on my back as well. I would have completely stopped doing everything and just let myself pass away, because I was really close to dying a lot of times. But we had a deep conversation, let's just say a really deep one, and she was like, you know what, I needed to hear this, thank you, because I really thought you were, you know, eating all these donuts and doing all these cookies and candies and shit because you're trying to kill yourself. No, my body needs it. I've come to find I can't be on the vegetable diet or the meat diet for way too long, because it doesn't work the way the carbohydrates work for me. My body can process carbohydrates really well, even though I do get fat. I can get fat.
You think that's all part of you being a shadow?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Interesting. Really interesting.
Because vegetables, they suck up light. And light is their food source, along with our breath.
Now, he's not saying that the vegetables weren't important for his path.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's not just that I need to be on. My body processes much better when it has carbohydrates in it, when it has sugar, because it gives me the energy that my body needs to fight what is happening within me.
And you can see the changes.
God doesn't want me yet.
Yeah, right?
Ew, you're still dirty.
Oh, look. A Dirty little white boy.
What were you saying? That you, oh, look.
The dirty little white
No,
boy?
before that, before the plane around.
I think I just said that. Look at the changes, the health that's coming to you. I mean, so you're obviously on the right track. And if you need to switch up, you'll switch up again.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching them eat those donuts, and I'm like, oh, I've had a couple, and boy, my body is. The only place that enjoyed it was my taste buds.
She's like sitting there going, oh, kid, how can you sit there eating those donuts and still be fine? I'm like, because I can.
Yeah.
My body just processes it. But what's funny is that I went through I didn't even finish the fourth dozen donut that we got.
No, you didn't.
Mm-mm.
Those went out to the chickens.
Did they really eat them?
They ate them. Yep.
Gluttonous pigs. So
Our little dinosaurs.
So I went through that donut spree for a time, and now I'm just like, okay, I'm done with my sugar cravings because I'm now dwindling myself down off of sugar. So
Yeah, it went from donuts to pizza.
yeah,
So now it's pizza.
right now it
And-
is pizza.
Yeah. And in between that, the shots
Mm-hmm.
of juicing. So interesting.
So I believe they want us to do the sodium bicarbonate wraps live, so we can show it to them.
How are we going to do that? We're going to just
Do it on our phone.
put the phone, like...
Put the phone somewhere where it can face us while we're doing the sodium bicarbonate wraps. Because I'm thinking, because in my mind I was doing the process of how I'm going to be doing it. Because while the first two towels should be on the legs first, because I'm able to sit up and help you wrap the legs and then put the bags on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do the back and the chest. And then the arms.
So Barbara says there should be 2 people doing it. Well, we don't have 2 people to do it. So
Well, we do, but one of them is usually at work or traveling for
Yeah.
work. That.
so kid helps me, and we got it done and worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
But the way that
So sweet.
Barbara O'Neill did it was kind of like weird and slow. So I want to do it in a lesser time with a better way of wrapping it, since there's only 2 of us instead of 3. So yes, Debbie, it is working. And oh my God, thank you so much for turning us to that information. Debbie Stevens, she's on the YouTube chat. She's the one that gave us that information. Your eggs will be sweet.
Uh-huh. Right?
Oh. But yeah, I think we touched base of everything that we wanted to touch about at the moment.
Any questions? Anything you want to just talk on?
Well, so much information is coming out now. I heard from the grapevine that Mr. T has been nominated for Speaker of the House. And I'm also hearing that the Simpsons prediction of Ivanka is also coming true, that she's most likely going to be running for president. Yeah. A lot of the fires are dying down. Oh! And the Maui fires. It's come to my understanding from the TikTok that I saw, out of the 3,000 children, I don't remember how many children or how many people were missing. I think it was over 1,000 people that were missing. Now they're only down to 66 people missing, and they found everybody else. But the children, many children were found.
This is what's being said out there.
Over the news and TikTok, that a lot of children were found at one of the seaports, in a warehouse in Honolulu, in basically dog cages with potty pads.
Yeah, and the children had to be treated for intoxication and some drug.
And not just that, but also the dehydration, malnutrition.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the Marines, or was it? But I think it was the other one, not
like the Navy SEALs?
not the Navy SEALs, no. But they, I forgot the name of that. Oh well, it's a team, and they found them, and I am very grateful that they did. Very grateful.
Yeah, those special ops teams have been going over there and taking care of business.
Finally.
It's really beautiful.
Frickin' finally.
Frickin' finally.
Frickin' finally.
Right.
And Oprah's like shitting her pants right now.
Wouldn't want to be Oprah.
Oh, they're all being so exposed. And it is amazing to see. I am so happy with the outcome that is happening right now. And I am so happy that it went from over 1,000 people missing down to only 66. That's a lot of people found from the fire, from everything. So all our prayers are being answered. Everything is finally coming to fruition. We are on the right timeline. I don't believe that there's going to be a civil war. That's just my personal opinion. But they will try to push that agenda that we are in one. But the so-called civil war that I know that we're going to be in is us against them. Meaning us against the government. We're going to finally be standing up.
Well, people are tired of it.
And that's what they're going to call the so-called civil war. It's not us against each other. It's actually us finally standing up against them. And they'd be like, oh my God, it's a civil war. No, we're just here to kick your ass, bitch.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what I'm getting with my head.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, Carlos says Oprah's Gitmo fertilizer.
Oh, this has been a nice get together.
Yes, it was.
And, well, don't know how things will be going, but it looks on the up and up.
I got my next doctor's appointment to see my, what do you call that?
Oncologist.
Oncologist on the 16th. So I'm excited for that, to see what is going to be happening from there. Everything is on the up and up, though. So we're going to be scheduling something for Monday. I'm not sure what time. Probably mid-afternoon. What time is it right now? It's 10. If we are up early enough, we'll do it around this time.
The day that we're going in?
Monday. No, the sodium bicarbonate wraps.
Oh, okay.
The burrito. Never mind. So you'll be able to see the process, and I want to show you guys the process that I'm going to be doing, so it'd be easy for you and a friend to do it. And it's only an hour a session, so it's pretty easy, pretty simple. Just you have to be very heat. What do you call that?
Resistant?
No.
Tolerant.
Tolerant. Heat tolerant. Have a high heat tolerant. If because they're going to be really hot towels that you're going to be holding. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that was a good learning experience. And to see what it was doing for you was just incredible.
Right?
After the first wrap, he became like catatonic, sleepy. He went into it fast. And then after a little nap, he started getting all this energy. It was absolutely incredible.
And I started breathing better that day.
Yeah. And I suspect that has a lot to do with, I don't remember where this information came from, but that the CO2 was getting stuck. Oh, that's what it was. Diane's daughter. I had a conversation with her daughter. She is a emergency room RN, and she was explaining to me how when the lungs are doing what they were doing, that it doesn't have the energy to expel the CO2, and so the CO2 starts to build up inside the lungs. And I have a suspicion that wrap was all part of pulling that CO2 out of it so he could get some oxygen in there.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. It's been such a fantastic journey, this journey that we've been on. Not we, but we, all of us, because what happens to me is happening to all of us, because what I'm learning it, so you don't have to.
You guys have been a very big part of all of it. You know, in supporting us, praying for us, sending us financial gifts so that we could get his treatments done, and
It's been amazing. Thank you guys. Not just that, but the moral support. Having that moral support is just amazing, and knowing that me going through this, you don't have to, is actually very amazing, because it's helping me, and I know that I'm strong enough to be able to go through this. Because look at me, I haven't given up yet, and it's been a year now. Over a year now since going through all of this. Because it started in July. Oh! I had sushi the other day. And shrimp.
All those things that
and rice.
All those things that you had allergies to
Are gone.
are gone. So there was something that the Kaposi was doing that was creating that that allergy to certain things. And so now he's able to have shrimp, rice, and mushrooms without any problem.
It's been amazing. The sodium bicarbonate that we've used is the Arm & Hammer sodium bicarbonate. But Candi bought a 5-gallon drum of sodium bicarbonate off of Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Should I get that?
Yeah, you could post the link. Sure.
Okay, let me grab it really fast.
That's Mama of the baby you saw.
She's not really taking care of her kids the way that she should be at the moment.
Yeah, she's a young mom who is mowing like that.
So,
Hey. What? Where's your babies?
copy. Okay. Let me just...
Go get 'em. Go find 'em.
put in here. And then here. Let me post it in the... Ooh. Copy. Paste. There we go. 50-pound pail of a USP pure sodium bicarbonate powder, organic food grade, ORME listed pure baking soda. So that's the baking soda that we got that we're going to be giving a try. That's the one that we're going to try to use. But yeah, we'll show you guys the process this Monday. So we'll be going in the very beginning as we mix the solution, so you guys know what the solution looks like, and show you guys the towels and the blankets that we use. The wool blankets too, right? I should probably send that as well.
Mm-hmm. If something comes up where we don't do it Monday, we'll put out a little post on YouTube. Because sometimes some things are unforeseen, like lack of sleep, or just him not feeling good. So please keep this tentative, okay?
Oh, did we also want to get more of the 100% linen towels and use those? These are the wool towels that we also use. They're really warm.
I think we can do that later. I don't think we need to do that right now. We have, you use 6 towels, right?
Yes.
4, 5, 6.
2 for my legs, 2 for my arms, 1 for my head.
And 1 for your chest.
And 1 for my chest, yes.
Yeah.
The reason why I use the 1 for my head is because, as you can see,
Detoxing
I got no
that.
hair. So
Detoxing
I
that.
can do that with my head. And it helps with the detoxing, yes, like she said. Oops. Go.
So, and I find that thinner towels are easier to use because you're going to dunk it into the water and it's harder to wring out the thicker towels.
Mm.
So you want to make sure you have the towels, your lemon juice, the sodium bicarbonate, and I also got a food grade bucket because I don't want the hot water to leach out any poisons from a regular bucket.
And we did not get that on Amazon. We actually got it from a chef store. Well, she got it from a chef store.
And then, is that it?
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. And then Barbara recommends to shower afterwards and to exfoliate the skin.
Well, the first day I didn't take a shower. I just went straight to bed. Was it 1/4 a cup?
1/3.
1/3 a cup of lemon juice. Yeah. But we'll show you guys the process and walk you through everything. So, the day that we do it, we'll walk you through that process. And we'll show you how we set up the table, the blankets, the towels, how we get them wet and bring them out. I'm thinking,
Oh, you need trash bags too.
yes, trash bags as well. 55-gallon drum bags would be good to get. I'm thinking when you do one leg, you wait a few minutes, you let the gloves kind of cool down before you get the next one.
Oh.
Because when we put the towel on, we wrap it anyways. So it will keep the heat in. And then we'll do the next leg so it doesn't burn you. Because you just kept on going and going and going. And it just got hotter and hotter and hotter. There was no
Yeah, it got pretty uncomfortable.
time in between. But we could also get another bucket of ice water. You could just stick your hands in it. Cool it down that way.
Yeah.
So that's thought processes that I've been having to either make it go faster, or you could take the time to cool it down first and then do the next leg, and then do the chest, and then do the arms, instead of like doing it all at once, so you don't hurt yourself.
Sounds good. Yeah, okay. And then you said 2 wool blankets, right? Told them that?
Oh,
Yeah, one for underneath so that when we put wrap the towels around the legs, you can take that wool blanket and wrap it over the legs to keep the heat in. Because having the heat in is really important in this process.
but we also bought a what do you call that? A heating blanket, a heating throw blanket. So it's kind of like a cheap $29 heating throw blanket that after we wrap myself in the sodium bicarbonate, put all the bags and everything, we put that blanket on top and just crank up the heat. So you're basically in a sauna. So you're really just getting rid of all that crap in your body. And thank God that the cancer cells are finally dying. I'm able to finally breathe.
What time is it? 10:27. Ooh.
Yeah. What time did we start the live? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I want to thank you guys. Thank you, family, for being here and having that support with us. It's been an honor to be able to walk through this journey with you guys, because doing this journey alone would have been really hard on all of us, on Candi and I, and knowing we had that moral support and knowing that we had family backing us up, and also knowing that me going through this process is not just helping us, but it's helping you guys as well, and knowing that cancer can be cured easily. 1 year. 1 year. I can't believe it. A whole year. Some people go years with cancer.
Well, we're going to say,
Yep, adieu.
yeah,
Adieu. No.
I do.
All right, family, we love you guys. We will most definitely see you guys
Soon. Hopefully Monday.
most likely, not hopefully. Hope is a lower vibration, a lower vibrating frequency word of, what do you call that? Jesus Christ. What do you call that? Probabilities, when we should be in more of the possibilities of the positive utilities of staying in that positive outlook. Love you guys.
Love you.
We will see you guys soon. Mwah.
Mwah.
Probably not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Always go with the choice that scares you the most, because it's the choice that's going to help you grow.
Wow.
I can't do negative today. Positive vibes. Positive vibes.
Hey, best friend. Wait. To the person seeing this, I know you're tired. I know you're fed up and so close to breaking. But remember, you have strength within you even when you feel weak. Keep fighting, best friend.